Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, members. Once again, we are resuming and see another subtopic. Now, continued of the introduction of the Holy Quran. So, for now, we are going to see the rules of recitation. Start from here. That the proper recitation of the Quran is a subject of a separate discipline named Tajweed. So, recitation of the Holy Quran is another subject, and it is also another topic as far as the Quran is being concerned, and in Arabic language it's called Tajweed. What does Tajweed mean? Tajweed, which determines in detail how the Quran should be recited, how each individual syllable is to be pronounced, the need to pay attention to the places where there should be a pause, to allusions where the pronunciation should be long or short, where the letters should be sounded together and where they should be kept separate, etc. So for those who have seen our Quran competitions, we shall see that they are competitions which are organized, and they made about the recitation. That have you stopped? How have you pronounced the different syllables with the different syllables in the Holy Quran? Have you lengthened? Where you should lengthen? Have you shortened where you should be shortened? So the Quran has rules that govern it when it comes to recitation. We don't just recite for that. However, here in Uganda, we just recite anyhow. It is a few people who know how to recite the clear way of Tajweed. So Tajweed, in short, these are the rules that govern of how the Quran is being, the proper recitation of the Holy Quran. It may be said that this discipline studies the laws and methods of the proper recitation of the Quran and covers three main areas. So you shall see that this discipline studies has many laws and methods, but however, Tajweed covers three major areas: the proper pronunciation of the consonants and vowels, or the articulation of the Quranic phonemes, the rules of pause in recitation, and the resumption of recitation, and the musical and melodious features of the recitation. You shall see that when these people recite, those who know that, for those who listen to people like say Kasudais, then in Uganda recently there is a young boy called Mawanda. That we shall see that these people, when they recite, for those who know to recite the Holy Quran, there are times where they lengthen, there are times they shorten. Even there is a way they produce these tones and at times for those who know the Holy Quran, you see that is reciting like shaking. So that's the melodious features, but the Quran doesn't have music. Yeah? But actually there are some melodious features whereby, for instance, so such thing that it ends with ha 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 ha, you can refer to as melodious features. So in order to avoid incorrect pronunciation of reciters, it has been a mistake. So in order to avoid incorrect pronunciation, reciters who are not native speakers of Arabic language follow a program of training in countries such as Egypt or Saudi Arabia. For those who are not Arabic reciters, they don't know very well the Arabic language. Most of them move to countries like Egypt, then even Saudi Arabia. Actually, those are the best countries where you find people who know to say the Quran. Even Syria is good, but however, just some conflicts that have just happened to merge out. But Syria had one of the best Quranic reciters. Here in Africa, we're having Egypt. Then even Sudan, even the Sudan, the northern Sudan, not these ones for the northern Sudan. Here they are working now. It has very good Quranic reciters. So the recitations of a few Egyptian reciters were highly influential in the development of art of recitation. So Egyptian reciters they show that Egypt in Africa, that these reciters have contributed highly to the development of art of recitation of the Holy Quran. Southeast Asia is well known for the world-class recitation, evidence in the popularity of the woman reciters such as Maria Ulfa of Jakarta. So Maria Ulfa of Jakarta, she is one of the best and prominent Quran reciters in South Asia. So another one, there are two types of recitation. There are two types of recitation. Namely, we shall see that there is Murattal, is at a slower pace. So Murattal is a recitation, but whereby they recite at a slower pace, used for study and practice. So Murattal, we shall see that there are sheikhs who recite very slowly. I've forgotten that there is a prominent sheikh who was from Egypt. His recitation was very slow. It was very slow. Then we shall see that there is Mujawad, refers to a slow recitation that deploys heightening technical artistry and melodic modulation, as in public performances by trained experts. So this one is Mujawad. This is also another type of recitation of the Holy Quran. It is directed to and dependent upon an audience, for the Mujawad reciter seeks to involve the listener. So we shall say that this one is mostly used when it comes to public gathering. It may be slow, but times the reciter tends to speed up. For those who listen, like people like Sheikh Sudais, the likes of Sheikh Shraim, at times they tend to be speed, but however it is Sheikh Sudais who have heard that this one is more speedy when it comes to as far as the various reciters. So we have happened to see the rules of recitation, that there are types of recitations, and even that we have seen a common word called tajweed, which governs the recitation of the Holy Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.